Hey everybody, it's your girl Pajama with Pajama Life and our review of the Fantastic Four and Sandman Season 2. First up, Fantastic Four.
Four brave astronauts head off into space and come back forever changed.
Earth's superstars, superheroes are in for the battle of their lives.
Your planet is now marked for death. I herald your end. I herald Galactus.
We will fight it together as a family. Has to be us.
We will protect you.
Hey everybody, it's Pajama Life with these two guys. David, say hey to the people.
Hey, everybody. Great to be with you on what has been a gorgeous Saturday at our nation's capital. And we don't have four of us, but I still think they're fantastic. So I can't wait to talk to these guys and all of you about these flicks.
Hey, Patrick, say hey to the people.
Hey, everybody. Glad to be here this week. Got some great stuff to talk about.
Okay, I'll start. Fantastic Four. Nope. Patrick, what did you think?
It was good. It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. I thought it was fairly canonically accurate, and they made some smart choices about the way they've decided to do these. And I see it also in the DC movies that they're coming back with the gun reboots and stuff now, that we don't need to tell the origin stories, even to people that aren't big comic book nerds, because everybody knows how the Fantastic Four got started. Everybody knows how Superman got here. You know, we're not going to spend a lot of time re-plowing ground that's been tilled so many times, which is good. I thought for an aesthetic, man, this was a gorgeous movie as far as the way they did it.
True.
I mean, the art direction in this, it really did a super good job of capturing that kind of post nuclear age,
atomic era. I think.
Atomic era. Whatever they got, whatever the particular. I'm obviously not a style maven here, but I'm just saying that there's it got that really right. I felt that was really good. I didn't see a lot of chemistry between the four of them. That was one thing I wasn't real excited about. But I thought it was pretty well done. It was a good way to get you more involved in the characters than it was just, randomly shooting off powers that are super cool and what have you. So, I mean, I felt there's a lot. I think it's moving in the right direction. They're trying to come back more to the story-based stories rather than just centering everything about this guy getting this power to do this and he zaps everybody with these powers, what have you. It felt like there was, in the Fantastic Four, I got to tell you, is probably one of the hardest ones I'm going to say, because you're not dealing with one person. You're dealing with the thing that made the Fantastic Four such a popular book in the day is it was a family, and you had all these weird family dynamics, and they spent a lot of years building this sort of stuff up, and to try to cram that into a 2-hour exposition makes it tough. So I felt they did a real good job with it. I felt they got the family dynamics for the most part pretty good. Not as snarky between Ben and Johnny as it is in the books, but the constant, I like I said, the casting was well done. The special effects were good. The story was pretty decent. I mean, but it was good to see that they didn't just lay back on a cloud and call it Galactus, like they did in Rise of the Silver Surfer back in the second set of, or the first set of Fantastic Four movies that they did. It was good to see them kind of leaning into it, making it comic book accurate, and I appreciated that. Overall, and Franklin Richards becomes a big deal in a lot of the future stories, I'm just saying, and a lot of the future books. So, I mean, they're doing some things to build them into it and to have some groundwork laid. So, overall, I'd say it was a thumbs up for me.
Oh, I said nope, but let me give you a little reason why.
Oh,
I
yeah.
fell
Okay.
Oh, I thought we
asleep.
were done. I'm sorry.
I fell asleep. That is bad. When you have to pay $26 for a movie and you fall asleep, that's probably not great. But like Pat said, I did appreciate this is probably the best of the Fantastic Four
Yeah.
movies.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't know if that's saying a whole lot, but it for what it is one of the best. I thought the chemistry was pretty good between the four main characters. And I thought the Silver Surfer, I forget her name, but I thought
Shalabal.
Or
yeah, she
Julia
does a
Garner, depending.
Julia Gardner. I think she does a good job. I think Ralph Ineson is Galactus. He was in Game of Thrones. And
Yes.
so, he has that beautiful plummy voice. Um but just overall, I just couldn't connect to it. And so I was left kind of like no. So it is not I mean since it is the best of the Fantastic Four, and this is the jump off point, I think that it's a hit in terms of the restart, and refocus of the Marvel universe. And I really like that they started at Earth. What was it? 826 or
828.
828,
828. Yeah. I thought that was really good. So it's not Earth. It's another Earth in another dimension.
which
So
weird little spoiler egg, 828 was the birthday of Jack Kirby, who is the inventor,
yeah.
the writer of the
Yep.
Fantastic Four.
How about that?
That's amazing.
That's a nice
So
little nod.
not a complete don't go see it, but take a bunch of caffeine before you go in. David, what'd you think?
Well, I'm always having a lot of caffeine, so I'd have to say again, agree with you 100% that it is far and away the best Fantastic Four movie thus far. I do think the original cast was outstanding, but they didn't have a lot to work with.
Yeah.
They really didn't. I mean, it was the TV show. That was the quality of script of this. This one, man, I really liked it, and I'd go back. I have to say, from the aesthetics of the atomic era, I love that.
Yeah.
Um, the thoughtfulness in the story, I liked that very much. I didn't expect to like Pablo Pascal or Pedro Pascal, excuse me,
Adrian.
um, in this role. And for a minute at the very end, I thought, okay, well, I don't want to give a spoiler, but I thought, is he going to like just become again that Mandalorian guy where a loner winds up having to take care of a very special child against some evil force? Not to give any spoilers away since the film just came out. The answer is no, but it's like that made me think it. But I like this. This was a good cast. I want to give a little shout out to somebody that I've seen in several things that I would, his performance is kind of like they're there and you don't think about it. But a guy named Paul Walter Hauser, who
Yeah.
played the Mole Man,
Yeah.
he played Jeff Galooly, the thug that worked for Tanya Harding. He played I think the character, the actual person's name was Richard Jewell, a big
Yeah.
hero during the
Yeah.
'96 Olympics. And I got to tell you, that's you don't see people of his size and his southern accent that gets a lot of really great roles sometimes. Sometimes it can be a little exploitative. Sometimes it's just kind of cheap humor. Man, that guy's a good actor. And
Yeah. I
I
think
really
he's
thought,
Oscar nominated. Is
well,
he
and maybe
Oscar?
all right. Well, I'm trying to give the guys props, but maybe I'm not knowing enough about him. But I was so impressed with him in this and some of these other roles. The humanity he brings, some humor, the strength he showed is man. That was a lot of fun, bringing that weird guy with those creepy glasses to life in this way. It's a lot of fun, but I have to say, we have got to find and review the Fantastic Four movie that was made just so that the studio could keep the rights and it was never released.
Oh
It
yeah.
looks so cheesy, so bad on so many levels. We have got to find a bootleg copy and talk about that version of it. But if you go see this movie, I don't think you're going to fall asleep. I think you're going to really enjoy it. I did. Probably, it's up there. It's one of my more enjoyable in the 2025 season here. It's probably one of the more enjoyable flicks I've watched for
Mm,
my
high praise.
contractually obligated show.
High praise indeed. Up next, this finale of The Sandman. Let's take a peek.
I spilled family blood, and now my kindly ones will soon demand the end of my existence as punishment for my crime. Tell me what is to come. One's destiny is determined by one's actions.
We should be able to protect ourselves and him.
Any threat to the dreaming must be destroyed. I have enemies.
Desire once swore they'd make you spill family blood.
You've been down much farther than this in the past, and you've come back.
Will you help us?
I await your command.
I'm Joanna Constantine, and this is my partner.
Destiny's book has an ending, and so do you.
Wow, wow, wow. Man, this has the emotional heft that I wish Fantastic Four had. I mean, it was so just beautiful and deep and lovely and so beautifully written and sad, very sad. I had to speed through some of it because I was like, I can't do it. I'll sit up here and boo-hoo the whole time, even though a couple of emotions trailed down my face. I just thought that this series was so fantastic. And I hate that there's not going to be a continuation of it, but the way that they wrapped it up was so incredible. You've got to see all of the characters, a lot of characters from the first season into this season. I thought one of the most touching scenes was Desire's speech. I just, as a sibling, that is something that was just so lovely and so incredible. And I was mad too I won't spoil it, but I was mad at what happened and didn't want it to happen. But props to Jacob Anderson for coming in. He was just, I wouldn't have expected it. But he was so great. And I'm so happy to see him. Everything he's in. I'm like, from Grey Worm to Louis in Interview with the Vampire, and now this, it's just incredible. So even just thinking about it, I'm like, I'm choked up a little bit. Pat, you're our resident Neil Gaiman story expert. Talk about the Sandman.
Well, I am okay. I'm going to talk about this without trying to talk about it too much. Neil Gaiman.
Don't give it away.
Problematic. Neil Gaiman is problematic.
He is. He
so
is.
He's like Michael Jackson, Harvey Weinstein problematic. He's got some problems, and yes.
Yeah, he got.
And as such, it's good to see his work still being appreciated, even though he is done. But
wasn't the show saying that too? That's that's what I kind of got from it too.
Well, the things that I took from the show was that there were several things. I love the guy's work. I really do. The Graveyard Book, all the books of his that I've read, have always been top notch. Great storyteller. This particular set, the way they kind of changed in the last 2 episodes, as you talked about the character of Morpheus, changed him because he died. There was a set of books that I had read back in probably the 80s. Piers Anthony. It was called The Incarnations of Immortality. It was a set. Each one was like, one book was about death. Death was an office, like the Endless was, and if death got killed, then someone else had to assume the office of death and perform the duties of death. And there was also someone who performed the duties of war. There was someone who performed the duties of fate. The 3 faces of the fates. And it was it felt like that, and it was kind of interesting the way that they were able to transition that into, yes, this is the new dream. Here we are. So, and I which I thought that was, and when I read the first set of books, I thought that was a great concept, and this was felt similar. So I liked that a lot. Overall, it was really good. I mean, I want to say, it was well done,
beautifully shot too.
It was well done, well produced. It looked good. It kept your interest, even if you weren't maybe into the mythology of Thor and Loki and Odin and all that sort of stuff. He does a real good job of integrating a lot of different mythological traditions. Yeah. So and if you're familiar with all of them, it's even cooler, because you're like, oh well, I know who that is. I know what they're going to do, because I know this is what they do. This is their thing. So it was. For someone who's a big book nerd like me, and especially mythology and stuff, which is one of my Jeopardy super categories. So, I mean, I found it really interesting to find the way that they did do a good job of incorporating a lot of different traditions into it. Well done overall. I'm sad they're not going to do any more. But here we are. So enjoy the one.
And can I add something? I so appreciated how Neil Gaiman, or the people who did it, used dark-skinned British Africans, because in America it would not have been like that. Those characters probably would not have been Black characters. And so the thought that they used in these pivotal roles, Black characters, was just also another cherry on the cake for a Black woman like me. So I really appreciated that. David? No, David, don't hurt my heart. Don't break my heart. No, don't do it to me, David.
It's good. It's really good. It really is good. And it picked up. I wasn't excited about season 2 when the first piece of this. So it was great to see Jenna Coleman. This finale of it, I really enjoyed. Good stuff. I don't know the Norse stuff as well, but I do appreciate the very seriousness of how the story was conveyed. I don't say that as it was overly dramatic. I think it had the right tone. It was really well done. It was thoughtful. No one was winking at the camera in a cheesy way. And a lot of that, again, I credit to the fact that you've got these English actors, folks that were trained in England. I got to tell you, I want to do a comparison of their curriculum versus ours. They've got a lot more history than our country does, those in England. I mean, it's a little longer. And the reason I say that is every time I watch someone who has been trained in the United Kingdom as an actor, and every time I've listened to an interview with, say, their musicians compared to our musicians, I'm blown away just by the way in which they communicate. It's like these people are a little bit better read than people that I remember, that I connect with, that I've seen in different parts of the country here in the good old USA. I'm not saying that we're not smart. We do have a lot of really smart folks, but when I hear the artistic people in England or in the UK in general, and I compare them to some of the folks here in the good old USA, man, I feel like we have a thing or two to learn from the mother country. Just saying. But this was good. Really watch it.
Okay. I thought you were gonna break my heart again.
I was
like, oh,
hoping to
man,
like just kind
don't
of
hurt me like
just
that.
get you there. Well, it's a rare 3 for 3 on this one.
Hey, there we go. Whee! Heart,
Now,
heart.
Pat, let me ask you real quick, man. Let me ask you. Would you consider, since we all three liked it and the way that Pam has gone, PJam has gone on and waxed on this as well as you, would you say this is the Sandman might be the anti-Mortal Kombat?
Oh, yeah. Well,
I'm not responding
for real. Yeah, that was. Yeah, this
It
is
was not directed at you, PJam.
It was nothing even remotely similar. One was a weak ass video game. The other one was a pretty goddamn good book. So yeah, there we go. Totally
There
different.
we go. All right,
Okay.
you heard it.
Look, see, you're about to get cussed out on TV.
Oh!
Which now I can do because I'm retired. And so there are great things coming ahead for Pajama Life. We're gonna try new things and different things. We're gonna have some pop culture stuff. We may have episodes that are talking about current events. And you'll get our take on those and whatever else we want to talk about. And so look forward in the coming weeks and months on a new channel for Pajama Life, our podcast show. Oh. So get ready because we got thoughts and now we can share them, baby.
So I guess we've buried the Hatch Act, maybe?
We sure did. Chopped it, baby. And so now we gonna talk about it, baby. And also next week, in terms of our movies, we are going to, of course, talk about Wednesday season 2, as well as the new Eddie Murphy movie, The Pickup. So come back and check us out then. Pat, say good night to the people.
Everybody, good night. Have a good time. Have a great week, and I will see you next week.
All right, David, say good night to the people.
Everybody, I hope you enjoyed tonight's program. You can watch encore presentations where we give each other a hard time every Saturday night. Check that out on your favorite channels. But until we see each other again, good luck, good night, and be safe.
All right, and take care, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.